Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first ever episode I've created. I'm finally pursuing my dreams. I've had this idea in my mind for 2 years and I'm so excited to be here. I'm so happy you're here. I'm sure you've seen those pick a pile readings within the tarot community where you pick a pile using your intuition, and whichever pile you feel the most drawn to is the pile that you choose, and within the pile are messages that resonate with you that you're supposed to hear. Now, maybe some of it resonates, maybe some of it doesn't, but just take what resonates with you. And if you are having trouble deciding which pile to choose, what I like to do is I like to think of a number between 1 through 3, and then whichever number pops into your head first is the pile that you choose. And if you're drawn to more than 2 piles, then maybe there's some stuff in both piles that really resonates with you. Now, I've added my own little spin, my own little twist to it, and I'm so excited because I haven't seen this on YouTube. Based upon the messages that you get from the reading, I have created a personalized drawing for the collective of that pile, and I'm gonna link some timestamps down below. So if you choose pile 1, drawing 1's gonna be your drawing. If you choose pile 2, drawing 2's gonna be your drawing, and so forth. But before we get started, I do want to give credit to artista_Elisa. That is the name of the artist I got inspired by. Drawing 3 is inspired by her artwork. I was on Pinterest, I came across her art, and I was like, oh, I wanna do my own little take on it. I'm giving her credit and I will include her name down below. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, so we have 3 piles, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and you're gonna choose the pile that you feel the most drawn to. And of course, there's gonna be a little surprise bonus at the end. You're going to get an art piece based upon the messages that come in the reading. Picked this beautiful clear quartz, by the way. Hi pile 1, this is going to be your reading, so if you're here, let's get right into it. Woo! Right, you picked this beautiful sea animal deck. Let's see what you got here. Let's see what's in store. What does pile 1 need to hear right now? Oh shit, did you see that? That was a little flopper fish. This one wanted to come out. Ooh, okay, empower yourself. Tune into your personal power. You are more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you are capable of being. Ooh, okay, pile 1, whatever you're going through right now, you can persevere. And if there's been someone that's been draining your energy, or you feel like you've been just pouring out of an empty cup and giving to everyone, well, this is a sign that good things are coming and that you are going to step into your power and that you can get through anything. Let's get some more messages. Shoot, this is juicy. What does pile 1 need to hear right now? Come on. Oh, okay, we got some messages. Looking at the underbelly, be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you're working on could use some fine-tuning. Surrounded by prosperity, your attention is being drawn to the infinite nature of reality. That which exists outside the unknown is beyond measure. I get the vibe, group 1, that you guys have been going through something. You don't know if you'll make it to the other side, but on that other side, this is a sign that abundance is coming, prosperity is coming, and that you can get through whatever it is that you're getting through. If you're holding on to the past mistakes that you've made, this is telling you that if you let go of that, if you let go of what's holding you back, then you're going to open yourself up to the opportunities of the universe, because there's more that lies on the other side of that. All you need to do is step into your power. And I'm also getting the vibe to group 1 that starting a project, like there's been something on your mind lately, something that you're very passionate about, that's been in your mind for years and you haven't pursued it yet. There is a reason why you have that project
why you have that dream in your mind, it is in your soul for a reason. It is telling you that by starting a project and going after your passion, like, you will receive abundance. It just takes time. A lot of times people, they expect quick results very, very, very quickly, but it's all about learning. Anytime that you start off at something, you're not going to be a pro. You've never done it before. What's going to happen is you're going to start and you're going to suck. And then as you keep on doing it, you're going to suck less, but eventually you're going to be an expert at it. But the reason why most people don't want to start is because they want to skip the part where they don't have the skills yet, where they don't have the expertise yet, and they want to get to the part where they're really good at it. I have the feeling, group one, that you struggle with perfectionism. You don't want to turn in a project or an assignment until it is absolutely looking its best and perfect in your eyes. But I'm telling you, if you have something that you want to start, don't hold yourself back. Get that experience. Just start on it anyway, and eventually that's going to add up. Like, think about it. If you're consistent with something and you go into something, you don't know what you're doing, because no one knows what they're doing when they first start out. Like, I honestly have no idea what I'm doing, if I'm being honest with you. And I was very, very nervous starting my first video, and I've had this idea in mind for like 2 years, but I was like, nope, we're freaking doing it. Let's freaking go. And so the thing is just about starting. Starting is the hardest part, but as soon as you start, you're going to realize that you're going to have momentum, and the first video or the second video is going to be a lot better than the first video, and you're going to see progress, and you're going to gradually get better and better and better. Like, think about it. You find a skill that you really, really like, or you want to become good at, and imagine that you put in 15 minutes of your time into that skill every single day for 10 years. Like, imagine what that could turn into. Surrounded by prosperity, it could turn into a piece of freaking gold. So start on that project. I'm also like, I'm connecting the dots here. By tuning into your personal power, I find that whatever it is that you're going through, if you put all that energy of whatever it is that is affecting you currently into a project, into something that makes you feel good, then you will be stepping into your power, and whatever it is that you're going through will no longer have power over you, because you're transmuting that energy into something that you love doing, into something that is uplifting your spirits and fulfilling your cup. All right, I'm coming at you with the animal spirit. Let's go. Aren't these cards just the cutest? They're very, very little. It's the animal spirit card deck. My sister just got these. Like, I have the original deck, which is like normal size. It's way bigger. But look at how little. Like, look at the little guidebook. It is so tiny. It's so cute. All right, I figured since we don't have much room here, I will use the smaller one. Does group one need to hear? Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, we got the peacock in reverse. Okay, something tells me that you have been suppressing and hiding behind a mask. Like, you are hiding your true self from the world. Because the peacock is this animal. It is very elegant. It is very colorful and bright and unique. And it catches a lot of eyes in the bird kingdom. And something is telling me that you have been suppressing who you are authentically and qualities that make you unique. Like, imagine if you just showed those qualities, you shared those qualities with the world, because then you start attracting people who love the person that is hiding underneath more than the person that you're presenting. And so I really feel like that's going to empower. You're going to empower yourself by doing that. Another message I'm getting here is throat chakra energy. We got some blue here. We got some blue in this middle card. Something that will help is, I feel like you hold back when it comes to speaking up. For instance, you're with a friend, or like you really don't want to do something, or you want to leave early and you're just like, oh, like I'll just bite my tongue, I'll just like go along with the plan. And so I'm really getting the message that speaking your truth, your authentic truth, no matter how difficult it is, it's going to help you empower yourself, because the more that you speak your truth, the more that other people can show up for you. Let's draw another card. Getting some good messages. What does group 1 need to hear? What does group 1 need to hear? I sing when I'm happy. What does group... Okay, I'm really feeling this one that's sticking out for some reason. Oh my gosh! What did I tell you, group 1? So the starfish is a very, like, it's beautiful, you know, but it's very shy. The starfish is like, you know, you see starfishes, they're like attached to that rock. They're like underneath a rock. They're very shy. They're very timid creatures. They're asexual. They don't have like a mate. They don't have a partner. Like, they produce on their own. So they're very shy, very timid. And this is connected to what I've been saying. Get out of your shell. The world needs you. The world needs your gifts. All right, I'm really feeling another card.
I thought that was the oyster.
The
hidden gifts. Then the starfish is like superficial. But however you interpret it.
No, it's not about it's not about what the book says.
Okay,
it's
okay.
about intuition. Like, I don't read the book and I'm not like, let me memorize the definitions of each one. It's what's coming out in the freaking soul, in the intuition. All right. We got another one. I'm really feeling another one. I'm really feeling group 1 that this group has a lot of inner wisdom in them. Like, you're an old soul and there's this depth to you and you feel like not many understand. But I'm telling you, like, the more that you show up with this depth and this energy and this wisdom, you're gonna attract people that want a deep connection just like you, and you're gonna get rid of all of these superficial connections. Because would you rather like be yourself with someone and have like a true connection, or do you want to be exhausted, just like exhausted, pretending to be a shell of who you truly are inside to keep the wrong people that aren't even in alignment with you? I'm really feeling the tea leaf. Okay, can you see? Okay, yeah, you can't see that well, so I'm gonna just... Okay, there we go. What other messages for group 1? What other messages? Oh shit, that came out quick. What have I been telling you? You guys are going through something, but you're gonna make it out to the other side with prosperity. You're stepping into your power and you're becoming more and more of your authentic self. You're not gonna be timid anymore. You're not gonna repress how you truly feel. You're gonna speak your truth. You're gonna show how wise, how much of an old soul you are. And then because of this, deep connections are gonna be coming in. I'm telling you, the situation that you're in, that you're going through, like, it's going to come to an end. A message that's really coming through right now is doing some realignment in your chakras. Like, that's really coming through right now. Some energy work. We have these 7 chakras. The root connects you to your safety, your security, your materialistic world here in the physical 3D plane. When this is blocked, you typically feel a lot of fear, a scarcity mindset. Then you have the sacral, which is connected to your sexual energy, your creativity. And then you have the solar plexus, which is connected to your inner power. Then you have your heart chakra, which is connected to empathy, compassion, being able to receive and give love. And then we have the throat, which is tied to being able to speak your truth. And then we have the third eye, which is all about intuition. And then the crown chakra is about your connection to source and everything around you. If any of those that I said resonated, or you felt a little tingle in your body that's signaling you that one would be most beneficial, I highly suggest looking into that. But I'm really feeling the throat chakra with this one though, like doing a meditation on it. I know like there's certain foods that you can eat as well that tie to each chakra, like blueberries are good for the throat, and I forget what else, but I remember we had a tray of vegetables at my brother's party, and it had like all of these colorful fruit, like broccoli, snap peas, bell peppers, like orange bell peppers, red, yellow as well, and I was just like, this is straight chakra food. So I'm telling you, eating healthy, that's another message that's coming through. Eating healthy is gonna really help you right now as well. All right, let's pull another card. What does group 1 need to hear? What does group 1 need to hear? What does group... Okay. Family matters. Okay. So I'm really seeing here that this is an animal lover group. Like, are you a marine biologist, or are you passionate about the ocean? Like, do you go scuba diving? Because I literally just came back from Mexico and I went scuba diving. That's why I said this. But there's just a lot of marine animal energy here, which is like, you have the starfish, you have the seahorse, you have like, obviously, you know, you were drawn to the sea animal card deck. But what I'm getting from this is, if you've had an issue with anyone from your family, like, that is all going to be cleared up very soon, and a lot of it is going to be cleared up because you're going to be speaking your truth. You're going to be setting more boundaries with your family. You're going to be voicing what you need more instead of repressing it. And so a lot of great energy coming your way. And whatever it is, like I said, I know I keep saying this, but I really want to emphasize it, is that whatever it is that you're going through, it's going to be gone. Like, and it's going to bring you closer together as well, because you're finally going to be speaking your truth. Because it's like, how are you going to be able to show up for others if they don't know what you need? If they don't know if you're upset. And so that is going to be changing. I'm so excited for you. All right, let's get one more tea leaf card. What does group 1 need to hear? Oh shit, that was a quick one. Okay, and then this one wanted to come out too. Okay, so a meeting with a stranger could be important, and a new job / career. I'm really seeing here that by showing up more as yourself and speaking your truth, and stepping into your power, and just, I'm so excited for you. It's going to bring a lot of opportunity, because you're going to be in alignment with the energy that you want to attract. People that accept and love you for who you are. And then because you're showing up as yourself, this is going to bring an opportunity your way with someone that, you know, really likes your energy, or maybe they're like, ooh, like, we want to hire her. That is amazing. So many good things coming your way. Ooh, and then we have bouquet at the bottom, compliments from an admirer. Ooh, I'm sensing, so for those of you who are in a relationship, your connection with your significant other is going to grow stronger. And then for those of you who are single, you are going to be attracting someone into your life who loves you for who you are. Oof, that's juicy. All right, let's see. I'm going to do one more deck. What does group 1 need to hear? What does group 1 need to hear? Okay. Summer, the wild energy of midday. So I just got a message from Spirit that around summertime is when this energy is coming into your life. Okay. in summertime, like this is gonna be your hot girl summer. I feel it. Like you're speaking your truth. Like after, you know, like all these lessons and stuff that you're learning currently, you're speaking your truth. It's aligning you with opportunities, a new job. It's bringing you closer to your family. You feel very, very, very empowered. You're starting a project, something that you feel truly passionate about. That is so exciting. Alrighty. Well, that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me, Group 1. I love you so much. Mwah! All right, Group 2, this is going to be your pile. And I see here you picked the one with the beautiful, beautiful rose quartz. This crystal, I actually know what it means. Very, very big fan of this crystal. It's very, very tied to the heart chakra and self-love. And this is just like a little rosy quartz about love. So, all right, let's get started. What does Group 2 need to hear right now? What does Group 2 need to hear right now? What does Group 2 need to hear right now? What does Group 2 need to hear right now? Okay, all right, let's pull another. What does Group 2 need to hear right now? Does Group 2, okay, that one wanted to come out. Okay, let's get one more. Oh, wow, that one definitely wanted to come out. Let's see here what we've got. All right, so we have the past, acceptance, yin and yang. There's something that you haven't let go of yet. This could be a relationship. This could be a job that just isn't fulfilling you anymore. This could be a friendship. This could be your home life, your home environment. And something is just telling you, like, I need to let this go. Either let it go, or you can change your reality. Because if you can't accept it, then that's usually when we have the energy like, okay, something needs to change, because the pain of staying is so much greater than the pain of leaving. Or if this is something that you can learn to accept, there's a way to figure out how to accept it. Because your inner world reflects your outer world. And as soon as you change the way that you look at things and you develop a new perspective, then the things that you used to look at, they change as well. And so I am in divine flow. So yin and yang, balanced energy. Okay, I'm seeing here that you're learning how to let go as well. Like there's some part of you that has this need for structure, for keeping things in order. And so I'm seeing here that you're letting go of control. There's a project you have that isn't coming into fruition and you're like, results, I want results right now. But now you're just like, all right, you know what? Like, I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna be productive, but my productivity is gonna come from a place that feels good, that feels like I'm in alignment, where I'm surrendering, where my heart feels present, instead of a place where it's just like, okay, like work, like this is coming from a place of control, force, like I'm desiring a certain outcome. And so I'm seeing here that like you're learning how to balance those, which is beautiful. You're able to work and be productive, but it's not coming from a place of control or lack, or that you need a certain outcome to happen, or that you're killing yourself in the process with productivity and working so much. I see here that it's more of like you're in a state of being, where like you're being productive, but it's coming from a place of you're feeling whole, you're feeling free, like you're feeling so much in your body, and it's not feeling like work because you're in a flow state. And that is so, so beautiful. Like sometimes when we're working on projects or hobbies or things that we're really, really, really passionate about, we have a tendency to like look at the time and be like, whoa, like I cannot believe it's been 2 hours. I cannot believe it's been 3 hours. Time just flew by like this. And so I'm getting the message here. Spirit is telling me that you're going to have more flow states. You're coming from a place of like you were feeling forced and like trying to get things moving and like just like work, productivity. But now it's like coming from a place of like, wow, like I can work and be productive, but it can come from the state of being. It can come from the state of flow and the state of surrender. And wow, like I'm hearing a lot of acceptance of the past. Anytime that you feel resistance, lean into that resistance. So typically when we feel resistance, we're not accepting the present as if we chose it. What I'm getting here is something that's showing up is that you're going to accept the present more as if you chose it. And if you do feel that non-resistance creeping, or not non-resistance, but if you're feeling that resistance creeping in of like, oh, I don't want to be here, I don't want to do this is taking so long, like why isn't this project coming into fruition? Why haven't I seen any rewards yet? Why haven't I seen any progress? Like I don't feel like I'm making moves. I'm seeing here that when you feel that sense of control, that sense of like I need to be at a certain place or things aren't happening fast enough, like just feel into it, lean into it, embrace it. And you'll notice that when you lean into it and you're just like, okay, like I'm feeling these things, you'll notice it'll start to slowly evaporate. It'll start to dissipate. And you'll notice that you'll come to a state of acceptance. And whatever it is that you want to manifest and what you want to come into fruition, like it is coming. It is coming soon. And all that hard work that you've been putting into to make things happen, like I promise you, group 2, like it is coming in. I think a part of that change where you're learning how to combine a state of being with the state of doing, this feminine and masculine energy, is that you're doing more things to take care of yourself. You're not treating yourself like a working machine anymore. You're not like, oh, and I gotta go, and coming from like the state of stress, like needing to always do more, and doing more is never enough, and you always gotta go. And I can see here that like you're really going to be like putting more into yourself. I'm really getting like mindfulness and meditation and journaling is coming up too. All those 3 are coming up because I'm getting that like you really are needing some like a connection to your inner self and just like really being present with your inner self. Spirit is telling me that this is going to make a huge difference with the way that you show up in work, because the more that you take care of yourself, the more that you're going to be able to work, but it's going to come from a place of peace. It's going to come from a place of flow instead of force and control and not doing it enough. And that's because you're filling up your cup and you're letting go of any past energy that is getting in the way of this inner peace and this flow. Are you ready for some new cards, group 2? Let's freaking get it. All right. I love to just organize the cards, but also I did my nails, and anytime I like do my nails, I always feel so put together, and I'm like, do you see my nails? Okay, let's get some cards. Ooh, okay. I'm choosing the rose deck because it's like, how could I not choose the rose deck? Like, you chose the rose quartz crystal. So of course I'm gonna choose the rose deck. I'm so stuffy for some reason. It's like my nostrils are plugged up. I don't know why. I'm not sick. Allergies maybe. What does group 2 need to hear? Ooh, okay, let's see. Are you kidding me? I can't even fake this right now. There's rebirth right here, and there's rebirth right here. Initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. Wow, that is crazy. Like, I can tell that, like, there's a pattern or something in your life that you've been doing for a long time that just is not working for you anymore. You're like, this, like, I cannot go back to doing the same thing. Like, I either have to evolve or repeat. I can see here that you're going through some kind of rebirth by releasing this old pattern. A lot of times when we're changing old patterns, because our brain are wired for the familiar. Our brains are wired so that we repeat familiar patterns and that we stay in our comfort zones. And so any time that we go outside of this pattern that we've always done, like, your life is going to feel chaotic. Everything's going to feel chaotic. I heard this analogy the other day where it's kind of like you're cleaning your closet. Like, it's messy, there's clutter, there's like everything is just like right there and it feels chaotic. But the minute that you start cleaning it out and you're making more room and you're making it look all nice, like, that's the minute that, like, you're clearing all that old energy out. So it's going to feel chaotic at first because you're cleaning out that closet. But eventually, as you keep pushing through and you choose differently and you choose to not do the same thing that you've been doing and you go through it, you're going to have a clean closet and you're going to have a rebirth and you're going to shift into a new energy because you broke the cycle, you broke the pattern. All right, I'm really feeling another card. This is so exciting, group 2. What does group 2 need to hear? Okay, we got 2 cards. We have Whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. And then we have Sureness of the Soil, Unseen Help, Support, Community. Let's try to make some room here. All right, so immediately what came into my mind is if you have been thinking about creating a YouTube channel or writing a book or starting an art Instagram or TikTok and you have this idea, Spirit is saying, don't wait. Like, this is your sign. Like, go ahead and do that, because this rebirth that you're going through, you are literally clearing the air. You're clearing old energy, old, like, stagnant energy, things that aren't working for you anymore, energy that just needs to be left behind. You're going through a rebirth, and because you're shifting into a new identity, you're literally opening up new space so that the universe can support you and can help you with whatever endeavors that you start. You're literally going through a rebirth. You're shifting to a new identity. And because of this, you're like, okay, like, I can't keep doing the same old thing. If you're stuck in a dead-end job and it's really just, it's not fulfilling anymore and it feels like it's just soul-sucking, this is telling you, like, letting go of that relationship, whatever it is. But I'm really feeling that it's some sort of job or something. But it could be, like I said, it could be a relationship. It could be something, just any old patterns, anything that is holding you back, that is tying you back from being your bestest self. I'm really getting the message here. I just want to emphasize it, that going through this rebirth, you are shifting into a new identity where you're really going to be starting a YouTube channel. You're going to be going after your dreams and that creative idea. And Spirit is saying that Spirit is with you and helping you every step of the way. All you have to do is surrender and get into that state of being where, instead of working, control, or staying somewhere where you feel stuck that just isn't for you anymore, Spirit is saying, come on, like, I got you, surrender, trust me, like, trust in the process and do that idea that you've been wanting to do, because I got you. How exciting, group 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm so happy for you. Okay, I was really loving this little animal spirit deck that I used for the last group. I'm probably going to use it for all 3 groups because, come on, it is really cute. My sister got it. It's like the mini version of the actual spirit deck cards, but let's be real, we're running out of room here, so the little one works. But also these animals, I love animals. What does group 2 need to hear? Okay, So the gazelle came out right away. Let's pull one more. Oh my gosh, if this message could not be any clearer, you guys. You are literally stepping in from this gazelle energy. The gazelle is seen as this prey. And just like, it's no match for a lion. But you're stepping into this lion energy. Like, that means that, like, you were stuck in these patterns. You were stuck in these habits that just weren't serving you anymore. Or a situation, a circumstance, a job, a relationship that was keeping you small, keeping you stuck in the past, repeating patterns and behaviors. And you're just like, no more, no more. Like, I'm not going to be like this little gazelle who's prey. If it sees a lion, then it's just like, oh shit, like, I'm trapped. Like, this lion is gonna come, or is gonna get me. You're stepping away from that energy. Like, this is your past self. This is your past self into the lion energy. Oh my gosh. And then bottom of the deck, I can't even fake this. I can't even make this up. It's a unicorn energy. Like, the unicorn energy is like a very, very mystical energy. It's when things in your life, like magic starts to happen in your life when you let go of things that were holding you down, that were keeping the energy stagnant. You're going to be seeing a lot of magic as you're stepping into this new identity. Start that YouTube channel, write that book. Create that business, that creative idea that's just been in your soul and your head for so long. Create it. Like, it's going to open up so many channels, so many doors. All right, and then I'm really, really feeling the tea leaf cards. I love them. They're so cute. What? Oh, I always like to knock. It gets rid of the stagnant energy. What does group 2 need to hear? What does group 2 need to hear? Okay. Great happiness. Look, you're literally shifting from a place and breaking an old pattern that was holding you back into this new energy, into this new identity, doing what you truly love, making space for things that fulfill you, and it's going to bring great happiness because of it. What does group 2 need to hear? What does group 2 need to hear? Oh, shoot. Okay, we got 2. Those flew out. Getting together with friends. You are on the road to success. Wow, group 2. So I'm really getting the vibe that you're like shifting into this new identity. You're going to be attracting healthier friendships. You're going to be attracting more like-minded people that uplift you instead of drain your energy. I'm really, really getting the message that there's friendships coming through as well. And if you're going through a breakup, if anyone is going through a breakup in this reading, it is giving you a sign to get together with friends, because a lot of times when we're going through a breakup, what makes it so challenging is that the things that we got from the relationship are no longer there because we're not with that person anymore. And so the best way to heal from a breakup is to integrate the things that you were getting from the relationship into yourself. And a lot of times, like, let's say you were getting emotional fulfillment from your relationship, or, you know, company. It's saying that you can get this from friends as well. And hanging out with friends is going to be a special time. I know, like, not all of you are going through a breakup, but for those of you who are, like, I just wanted to throw that out there. And like I said, you are on the road to success. Like, if that could not be any clearer, group 2. All right. Okay, I'm feeling one more card. What does group 2 need to hear? Oh, wow. That one flew. I don't know if you heard that, but that one literally flew. Wow. Okay. This literally aligns with the entire reading. Let's see, can you see that? Okay, perfect. Soul alignment. It's time for a radical change. How can you show up for yourself in ways that you never have before? I'm telling you, it is a rebirth. You are shifting from this old pattern, this circumstance, this relationship that has literally been holding you back. You are evolving instead of repeating, and change is coming. And like I said, when we're experiencing change because our brains are wired for comfort, they're literally in survival mode. Like, our brains are literally not up to date to modern day society. And so when you feel that change coming, like, it's going to feel scary. It's going to feel chaotic. Like, everything's falling apart. But just know that good things are coming, and that this change is the key to your rebirth. And please, okay, I'm just getting this message from Spirit. Start that YouTube channel. Okay, I'm getting like Spirit is coming through with a lot of energy. I'm like, whoa. Like, you are an artist, you are a writer, like whatever it is that you're doing, do it. Like, you are on the road to success. I promise you. All right, and then bottom of the deck. See if you can see that. You create your own reality. What you want wants you to. What do you want in this experience? So get really, really clear is what Spirit is saying on what you want. Manifestation, like something that like is coming through as well, is doing visualization meditations. Like, get very, very, very clear on what you want. Literally write it down as if it's happening right now in this moment, as if it already came true, as if you're living that reality that you want to live right now. And as soon as you write that down, then close your eyes and start visualizing yourself in that brand new life. Because what it's going to do is your nervous system cannot tell the difference between an actual experience that is happening in your reality, like right now in the environment, and one that is happening internally. So it's literally going to rewire your subconscious, and it's going to align you with those goals a lot quicker. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Love you. Mwah. Welcome, group 3. This is your reading. So you chose the deck with the amethyst crystal. So this crystal is actually my favorite crystal. It has a lot of spiritual power, has a lot of healing properties, and it represents emotional balance and protection as well. So yeah, this is literally one of my favorite crystals. But let's dive right into your reading. What messages does group 3 need to hear? What messages does group 3 need to hear? What messages does group 3 need to hear? Not that burp in the background, if you could hear that. What messages?
Stop burping. The customers are gonna think it's gross.
What messages does group 3 need to hear? Okay. Something that was coming up to me the minute that I flipped that card was give yourself some grace. I'm really getting a sense, group 3s, that a lot of you are very, very hard on yourselves, and you constantly beat your head against a wall. Like, if you make a mistake, or if you have a regret, or if something doesn't turn out as planned, you have a tendency to beat yourselves up. If you make a mistake or something happens in your life, like, I get the sense that it'll replay over and over and over again in your head, and like, you won't let yourself free. I'm really getting the message. If you made a mistake, if you're going through something, if you regret something, you know, like, it's a lesson that you're learning. You're human. Like, be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Something, because I also have a tendency to be hard on myself as well. That's something that I've been working on a lot, so I can definitely relate. Something that I've actually told myself in order to overcome this is, like, let's say you have a rubber band on your wrist. Start flicking that rubber band on your wrist over and over again and see how far that gets you. It's the same thing with beating ourselves up. Like, it can be so easy to fall into that mentality, especially if we're going through something that we regret. But beating yourself up literally does nothing. Like, it doesn't change the past. It doesn't make that person come back into your life, or whatever it is that you lost and you're beating yourself up for it. Like, it does nothing. The best thing that you can do during any mistake that you've made is being gentle and giving yourself grace and forgiving yourself. Like, talk to yourself the way that you would talk to a friend. And then let's see what other cards we pull out for you. What message do we have here for group 3? Courage. Oh, wow. Like, I think the courage card came out because it ties in with this grace card. It takes a lot of courage to say, nope, I'm not going to beat myself up anymore. Like, nope, I'm not going to continue replaying the events of what happened over and over again in my head. It takes real courage to let that go and decide, like, no, I'm not going to be a prisoner of my mind anymore. No, I'm not going to be a prisoner of that event anymore. Like, you already went through enough when you went through it. So you don't need to keep replaying it over and over again. And like, that really, really does take courage. Another message that I'm getting for some of you is that you have a fear. You have this fear. You have something that you really want to do, but it's going to take courage. For some of you are seeking a new job opportunity, but you feel like you might be underqualified. It's telling you to talk to those people, to take those next steps. And yes, it's going to require some courage, but you got this. And then another message that I'm getting for some of you is that there's been an admirer or a little crush or someone that's been on your mind lately, and you've been thinking about them a lot, but you have some fear towards talking to them, and that's going to take some courage as well. There's actually this quote that keeps popping into my head that Spirit wants me to share. I was actually listening to a podcast episode with Alex Hermosi, and he mentioned a quote that his wife made, which is, "Fear is a mile long and an inch deep." I think that's how the quote went. But basically, like, with fear, you think that you're stepping into like this vast ocean and that you're gonna be swept away. But you finally make that first move, that first step, and you step in and it's shallow. And you're like, what? Like, that wasn't even scary. Like, I was literally procrastinating. I was literally stalling and holding myself back for this. This is all I had to do? Like, what? I can really resonate with that as well, because I have had this channel in my mind forever. I'm talking like a couple years. And today I finally decided to make that first step of creating a video, instead of just like telling myself I'm gonna do it. And it's funny how we do that, right? We always tell ourselves like, hey, like, in order for me to do this, I have to do this, that, and the other thing. So for example, for people that want to start a YouTube channel, in order for you to start a YouTube channel, you need to get an expensive camera, like you don't have the right equipment, like before you can make that first video, like you got to read a bunch of books, you got to watch other YouTubers, you got to see what's happening in the market, like what's trending in order to start that YouTube channel. But then you also have to clean your room before you start that YouTube channel because you want your room to look good for the YouTube channel. And then you're like, oh, but then I also have to do this, that, and the other. Like, I'm not ready yet. And so I find a lot of times that we have a tendency to feel like we're not ready and like we need to do all of these steps first before we can. But in reality, all you need to do is just take the first step. That's all. Because the minute you take that step, like, you're gonna learn how to do it along the way. And so that's something that is coming up. Let's pull out one more card for you, group 3. Message for group 3. Oh, wow. Okay, that one wanted to come out. Imagination. Okay, so something that's coming up, and this is kind of similar to what came up for the last group, is I'm really getting a visualization meditation. Like, for those of you that have a hard time giving yourselves grace and you feel like you're beating yourself up for a mistake, or you feel like you really want to make the next move towards something, such as talking to your crush or talking to new connections for that job opportunity or starting something new, but you don't feel like you're ready. So what I'm getting here is your imagination is incredibly powerful. So what I'm getting is literally write down all of the qualities that you wish to embody, but use present tense as if it's happening now, and write them down. Get very clear on your vision, or picture doing that thing that you're afraid to do that's going to require some courage, and literally visualize yourself doing that exact thing. Close your eyes, imagine it, visualize it. Like, how would it feel? Like, what is your tone of voice? What do you look like? How are you feeling during this process? Like, visualize it happening with the nearest, closest detail possible. Or, like, as I was saying before, like, write down the qualities that you want to embody during this experience. Close your eyes and imagine those qualities. Really feel into those qualities. Like, do I want to feel more confident so that I'm able to talk, or so that I'm able to network and talk to new connections, so that I could have that courage to get that new job? Do I want to get that confidence so that I don't feel so shy with my crush and I can ask out that person? Visualize it. And don't forget to give yourself some grace too. Like, it takes courage to do that. And then let's see. Ooh, I'm really loving this little deck. It's so cute. I've been doing it for every single group. It's a little ritual. This little mini, like, look at how cute. What messages do we have for group 3? What messages do we have for group 3? Ooh, this card wants to come out. Okay, Cobra. So a message that's coming through is being a student of life, always being open to learning. Because a lot of times, sometimes we feel like we need to be an expert at everything. We need to have everything all figured out in order to go after something. Like, I need to have all the details and all the things together, and I need to be as prepared as possible before I can talk to this person, before I can start this new venture. But this message that's really coming up is always be open to being both a student and a teacher, because I think that's going to help you. Like, when you make mistakes and you're having a difficulty, giving yourself some grace, remembering you're a student, you know what I mean? Like, you're learning, and that's a message that's coming up. Also, there's a lot of shifts that I'm seeing here that Spirit is bringing to my attention. Like, with snakes, they're always shedding their skin. Like, if they didn't shed their skin, they would get a bacteria infection and they would probably not make it. But they need to shed their skin in order to survive. And it's really just urging you to go out of your comfort zone. Go out of your comfort zone, do that thing you've been wanting to do, while also giving yourself some grace in the process. And then that tool that's really going to help you, group 3, is using your imagination to step into that energy, to embody that energy. And then I do want to pull out a couple more for group 3. Ooh, okay. I'm getting the sense that a lot of you group 3s are very creative and you're very intuitive as well. I have a feeling that using your imagination will not come with challenge at all. Let's get one more card. One more card for group 3. Well, off of this deck anyway. Don't worry, I'm not finished with you yet. One more card for group 3. One more card for group 3. Okay. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, the crow is a very intuitive animal. This card right here is the card of spiritual intelligence. I'm getting that, like, for some of you, you guys already have a meditation practice or a mindfulness practice that you guys are doing already. However, I think that what will really shift the energy and help you excel is using that practice, but instead using that imagination to embody the things that you want in the present moment. For instance, if you're being very hard on yourself, like, imagine the version of yourself that made a mistake. You're giving her a hug and you're embracing her. Like, using your imagination as a way to give yourself more grace and to give yourself love. Like in times where you feel like things are lacking, then you visualize yourself with love in your body. I'm getting that you're very empathic as well because the spiritual gifts are coming up. And by doing the meditation with the visualization, like that's really going to help you step into that energy. There's a lot of color here too. I'm really getting the sense that this is a very spiritual, intuitive, empathic, and creative group. Let's pull a new deck. I want to use this one. Any messages for group 3? Amethyst group. Ooh, okay. Oh, wow. The last group got this message as well. Great happiness. Wow, okay. Yeah, for some of you, I'm really feeling that you're very talented and creative musically. Like some of you are singers, some of you play piano or guitar, and I'm also getting the sense that some of you are artists as well. You love to draw, you love to paint. I'm getting the message that incorporating that into your routine will definitely help channel this spiritual creative energy into your life. Great happiness is being achieved by giving yourself grace and taking that courage that we talked about earlier. Wow, a lot of great things are coming for you, group 3. And then let's pull a couple more for group 3. Let's pull a couple more. Okay. Two-faced friend, spiritual love. Oh, wow. I cannot make this up. I was literally talking about how this group is a very spiritual, intuitive, empathic group. We have one card with spiritual love, and we have another card, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. And wow, like I do not pull these cards ahead of time. I mean, as you can see, I'm literally like shuffling in front of the camera, and it's so wild to me how these cards connect to each other. Wow. But yes, there's a lot of abundance coming to you, coming your way. As I mentioned before, like if you're being hard on yourself, love, really visualize that feeling of love going through your body. Something that I like to do that might be beneficial is I like to ground my feet into the earth, and I close my eyes and I just like visualize this light pouring into my head and into each of my chakras, into each of my energy channels, like all the way down, and then coming down to the bottoms of my feet. It's filling me up with really good energy while also like grounding me into the earth and releasing any stagnant energy or anything that doesn't serve me. And then right here we have a two-faced friend. So for those of you, I'm really getting the sense that maybe there's someone in your life who hasn't been treating you well, or someone that you've had an intuitive feeling about. You're like, well, can I really trust this person? Like, who is this person? I don't know if they have my best interest at heart. This is just confirmation to trust yourself. And if you feel like someone isn't who they say they are, like always practice discernment and use caution and really take your time to get to know the person before you reveal anything private about yourself or anything that you wouldn't want anyone else to know. Or if there's someone in your life that you feel is draining your energy, well, this is a sign to let them go and to get a cat instead. At the bottom of the deck, we have vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. So this fits with this message as well. If you feel like someone isn't who they say they are, or you notice like ask yourself after spending time with someone, did they fill my cup? Do I feel like they added to my energy and I feel nourished and I feel fulfilled and I feel good after spending time with them? Or do you notice that your energy is depleted and it takes you a while to recover after spending time with them, and you can only take them in small doses? Something that's coming up is observing that and practicing boundaries as well. The amount of energy that you put into someone is coming up as well. Like, am I going to continue hanging out with this person? Is this someone I can only hang out with for an hour? Like, really asking yourself those questions so that way they don't deplete your energy. I'm feeling one more deck. All right, give me a last message for group 3. Give me a last message for group 3. This is literally a message that you should get a cat. Like, if there's been an animal that you've been wanting, you should definitely get a cat. Spirit's really coming through that you should get a cat. That is all for today. Thank you so much for joining me, love. And I will see you next time. Mwah! Y'all need a cat. Like, how freaking cute is this? Like, look at his little face on the little flower petal. Like, if this isn't your sign, group 3, and I'm not referring to all of you, like, for some of you, you know, not all of you, this might apply to some of you, but some of you have been thinking about getting a cat or some sort of animal. This is your sign.